Hello, everyone. Today, we are diving into a crucial topic in algorithm analysis called amortized time complexity. This concept is essential for understanding the true performance of certain data structures, like dynamic arrays and hash tables, where looking at the worst-case scenario alone can be misleading. So, what exactly is amortized analysis? Unlike standard worst-case analysis, which looks at the single most expensive operation, amortized analysis looks at a sequence of operations. The core idea is simple. Even if one operation is very expensive or slow, if it happens rarely enough, and most other operations are fast, the average cost over time remains low. It is like paying a large cost once, but getting to enjoy the benefits for free many times after. Let's use a real-world analogy to make this concrete. Think about paying rent. You might pay a large sum, say $3,000 on the first of every month. That one day is very expensive. However, you don't say your rent costs $3,000 per day. Instead, you amortize or spread that cost over the 30 days of the month. Effectively, it feels like you are paying $100 every single day. The expensive spike is smoothed out. The most classic example in computer science is the dynamic array, used in Java's ArrayList or C++ vectors. When you append an item, it is usually instant, or O of 1. But arrays have a fixed size. What happens when the array is full? We cannot just push the next item in. We are forced to create a new, larger array and copy every single existing element over to it. That is an expensive O of n operation. Here is how we handle that. When the array fills up, we typically double its size. We pay the heavy cost of copying all the elements once. But notice what happens after that. We now have a huge amount of free space. The next many insertions will be cheap and fast again. We paid a high cost once to buy ourselves a long period of low-cost operations. Mathematically, we can prove this using aggregate analysis. If we perform n operations, the total cost involves a few expensive resizing steps and many cheap insertions. If you sum up all the costs and divide by the total number of operations, n, you find that the result is a constant value. Therefore, the amortized cost is O of 1, even though some individual operations were O of n. Another way to think about it is the accounting method. Imagine every cheap operation is taxed slightly more than it costs. For example, if an insert costs $1, we charge $3. $1 pays for the work, and the other $2 are saved in a bank account. When the expensive resizing event comes, we don't panic. We simply break open our piggy bank and use the saved credits to pay for the moving cost. The system pays for itself. A very common point of confusion is mixing up amortized analysis with average case analysis. They are different. Average case relies on probability and random input, like asking what the expected cost of quicksort is on random data. Amortized analysis has no randomness. It guarantees the average performance limit for any sequence of operations, even the worst possible sequence. To summarize, remember these key points. Amortized cost is the total cost divided by the number of operations. It is perfect for scenarios where expensive tasks are rare. Dynamic arrays are your go-to example. And finally, remember it is distinct from average case because it does not rely on probability. It gives us a tighter, more realistic way to measure performance. Thank you for watching this overview of amortized complexity. Understanding this will help you answer interview questions more accurately and design better systems. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe for more coding content.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.